Guys, welcome to Zip Code, and today we are looking at another cup of code. So if you are a subscriber to this channel or you stay tuned to our tutorials, you would see that our previous video, it was a Spring Boot backend tutorial where I was showing you how to implement the forgot password flow. So we did a forgot password flow for a user that is not authenticated, which we added these two endpoints, forgot password and reset password, using a token and passing those details through to update the user password. So now we want to show the update password for a user that is authenticated, and we want to integrate this with the front end, which is our Ionic mobile app. So we'll be just integrating with this endpoint right here for a logged in user to actually update their password to whatever they want. So if you want to see the API in action, it's essentially a user would log in right here. So let's just log in this user there. Let's see, and we get a token. So this is the token. So this user will be authenticated. So let me just pass in the authentication token right here. Then I'm going to save this, and then I want to come back here and update the password to let's say password 1 and password 1. So you can see this is just update password, which means the user is already logged in, so they just update the password. So to that, so if the password is not the same, let me just do that, say password mismatch, which is what we have, and then if we update the password like that and everything is fine, then we get a success back, and we can basically now come back to user login. And if you try to log in with the previous password, which is password 123, let's try that and see. So invalid credentials, please check details and try again. So which means our password has been updated, and now we use password 1, and let's just send that and see what we get, and we get our token back as we expect. So now let's just take this new token and go back to authentication and use the new token over there, save that, and come back to user profile and just send that API and see we get the user profile just like that. So the one thing that we want to do now is just integrate that to our front end right here. So if you go to user profile, we want to be able to say change password, and it takes us to a screen where we can change the actual password. So let's see how we can get that done over here. So the first things first, what we want to do is ng generate our Ionic. We're using Angular, so we will use those commands to generate page, and we want our page to be in account, let's say what do we want to, let's say account, let's say update password, something like that. Yeah, I think that looks good. So let's generate that page, and let's see. All right, so we have generate password. So let's see, update password, and we have our page right here as we expected. So with our page here, the one thing that we want to do is on the profiles page, we want to say when someone clicks on update password, we want them to go to this will be, let me check the module, that should be fine. Let me check the route module, password route module. right, future routes export. So that basically is that, so that is fine. And what I want is app routing module. So app routing module, we have update password, just as you can see here. So update password, this route will basically then take us to, it will take us to the update password component. So basically the path for that is going to be, let's come back to profile HTML. So profile HTML is just going to be that. So let's save this, and change password will be that. And then now we can just say Ionic build, and builds our application. So let's see this in action. So it's gonna take a while. Once that is busy running, we just want to start it up. So when you click on change password, we would basically be seeing the update password screen here, and we'll be able to use that to update our password. So let's see, and we'll be calling basically this API. Yeah, so let's have a look. So also guys, I would like to ask of you to please do like and subscribe the video. Please do like and subscribe to the channel, and share it with other developers, junior developers who are starting out new project or starting out in the development space. I hardly do ask for subscribers. I don't know why. Maybe because um, I'm just focused on the tutorial and making sure that you guys get everything that you need in terms of the project. But I hardly ask for subscribers, but I would really like to request of you guys to do like and hit the subscribe button in the channel. So yeah, now the build is done. We want to serve the application. So that's running, and we will see it coming up in a few. So let's just generating browser application bundles. Let's just wait for that to finish, and voila, now everything's looking good. So what we want to do is just come here, reload this, and we should basically be getting the same, right? So now let's just log in, right? And so log in. Right, now let's go to profile, change password, and let's see, boom, update password, as you can see here. So we got that, and what do we need? So update password doesn't look like what we want it to look like, but that is fine. Okay, that is fine. So now let's make the changes that we want to basically make. Let's see, so this is profile, and let me see. So let's go to, I'm gonna close this for now, and then I'm going to profile HTML. Let's go there. So this is basically updates. This will be update password, just like that, and also here is update update password, just like that. And then now on the content, so basically this doesn't look like anything far from the login, so we're just gonna take the login HTML and basically use that, cancel that. So let's just do Let's just do that, and we want to take everything that's in here. Sign up. No, we don't want sign up. We just want this. Just want the login form, which is that, and we want to put that in there, right? So what we have here is the container, screen sign in. I don't need that ng if. So now this is update password page, and heading it's that. I'm gonna change this form group to update password form group, and let's see, we'll basically just be using the password field set. So you can just take this field and update this field. There's no username that we need. Use password, then it's confirm password. So the form group is there, and let's see, this is password, and this is confirm password, and type is password. So yeah, so this looks fine. So this password and confirm password, and then let's see what else change is that we don't need. That we don't need also, and we have login, which shouldn't even be login, and let's just save, and this is not login, this should just update password, and let's see, let's just say save. Let's see what else. This I do not need. All of this I do not need. Right. So now let's summarize what this screen is going to look like. So it's just going to have the content, which is full screen, update password header. Then it's going to have a container with our application name, the logo, the slogan, and we're just going to have a form group, which is update password form group, and then we're going to have two fields, which is password and confirm password, just like that. And we're just going to have a button to say a save button that has an update password function. So let's save all of this, and then we are going to our TS file now, which is our class right here. And just like our login, let me show you the login. So in the login, what we have is a so what we have is a login form group, which you can take from here and then come back to our TS file right here, and then put it like that, and then we're going to call it the update password form group, which is what we are going to need on the HTML site. Let's just import the form group, and then import the form control and the validators as well, and let's just update that. Right, so now this is sorted, and we just need to say this is password, then this is confirm password, which is the two field sets that we need, and you can see here that is what we have. So we can save this, and you'll see this will go away in a few. And then the only thing that we need now to link to is the update password. So as you can see, login TS over here has a service that we're going to need and going to use. So we have the authentication service and the router. So the router is just to reroute the the application back to the router that we want, to the screen that we want to display after we're done with our authentication. So we can take this and we can come back to the constructor on update password, and we just import these two, authentication service and the router service, just like that. So now authentication service, we need to do some work here to make sure that we're able to call this API back here that will do the actual update of our password. So let's go to authentication service and execute and add that particular function. So right here we can add it. Yeah, let's edit just here. So let's say update password, and as you can see, this expects a body which has these two fields, so which means we need to create a request param for our authentication service. So let's just see the param. Let me just click on that. So the param here is going to be, add a, let's login. Okay, let me add it on, update password. So let me add folder. I'm just gonna call it param, and then I'm going to say new file. Let's say update password request, right? Let me just rename this. Rename, right? Rename .ts. So yeah, so that's good. And just to save some time, we can just take this as well. Copy that and close this. So as you can see, like as you build the project, some of the stuff is like quick and easy because you just reuse what you can. So this is update password request, and we basically just change that to password, and that will be confirm password, and this will be password, this will be confirm password, and also here password, and this will be the confirm password, just like that. And also here we do that. Right, so everything is looking good. So now we have the update password request, so we can close this. This is done, and then we come back to our, okay, this is fine, our authentication service, and we will just say here, this is the request that we want to pass in, and this is update, and this is a post. So which means on our HTTP client, we basically want to do that as well. So here we can just say this.http post, so you can see the number of functions that you can execute here. But now we want to post, and what do we want to post? We basically want to post from base URL with the request, which is what we have. So let's put that in there. So instead of user authenticate, we want to do user update password. So we're going to take this update password and we put it there, and we have our request like that. And what we want to do to make this a promise, and what we have there is then, and we wait for the response. Let's just close this. We want to say the response, which can be of type any object, and we basically pipe that just like that. And whatever we want to do in here, we can do it. Let's just say catch. We want to catch the exception. This dot handle error, just like that. So here we don't really need to do anything because the API will just say 200, or if there's an issue, then it's gonna throw back the issue. So we don't need a response back. We just have to wait for that. Unless we want the response back, we can then assign it to like a variable and then take it back to the calling function. But this should be enough, and I think we are done with this particular call. Let's just now move to update password page TS and just make the call over here. So let's see, let's just say let's just comment to do if you want a response or to handle the response. So yeah, that's basically what. So here, if you want to handle the response, then you can handle it in here the way that you want. That is fine. So now let's come back here, and what we want to do is just to create an update password, just like that. So that is what we have, and we save this. Now this will resolve this issue here, right? So update password form group, and it should be fine by now. Not sure why it's delaying. So update password form group, it's there. So everything looks good, and now what we need to do is let's see, this is profile, so profile is fine. Authenticate service, now we have that. So now that looks good, and we want to check the form group here. Everything is fine. So let's see. Yeah, everything looks good here. And the only thing now that we need to do is basically set our stuff to the authentication request, and then call that particular function. So that looks good. So we can close this, and what we want to do is let's just call this request, and the request will be update no man update password request, like that. Then we're going to say new update password request. We're going to pass in two new things, this dot update password form group dot we want to say value, and the value of password, and then we want to pass in this other one. Let's see, and we want to say confirm password. Right. Right, so now we have the request. So now we want to say this dot authentication service dot update password, and we want to pass in a request. Let's just say let request, and we want to pass in request, and we just say dot then. I don't even need to catch that. Let's say response of any, and we say let's see, let me see here, the load Yeah, this should be fine like that. It should be fine like that. So why is it complaining? That password request, then that type void. Oh, on type void, that makes sense. Let me go back to authentication service. Let me go to authentication service and let me just add a return here. Return that, right? And let's come back here, right? So response any. Let's see here. So here we want to say if, let's say if response dot data equals to success, then we want to let me see, on login we reroute to what? We redirect to tab 1. So here I should just redirect to, let's say this dot authentication service dot redirect to profile is in, let me see, dashboard tab 1. I think it's in dashboard, but it's in its profile. Yeah, so this will redirect to profile, which looks good. Let's see here. Why is this guy not picking up that the empty password 916 form group update that form group? Can't bind form group since isn't a non. Oh crap. Form group, form control, form group validators. What in the crap is this? Because this has been imported. Here's form group. Let's see, form group and imports form group. There's nothing complicated there. Update password form group. All right. Unless it wants me to stop this and restart, but it doesn't really matter. So let me stop the application. Let me build again. Let's see. Because now it should be fine. What am I missing? So let's see, new request this dot password dot get value. No, dot get that dot value, just like that. Yes. So let's do that, and let's also do dot get, and we want the value dot value, and let's just make sure that that is there, right? Okay, so now that looks good. Do I need the router here? I don't need the router here because this is handled within the authentication service, so I don't need that, and I don't need that. Thought I was gonna use the router to redirect, but I don't really need to. And I think the redirect also, I need it in a more common like service that can be across. But it's fine. But it's fine. I can use this one for now. Let's see. Oh, now I know why. The module itself doesn't have form group. Reactive forms module. That's the module that I need. Let's add reactive forms module. And let's sort this one out. Let's sort this one out. Right, yes. So we need the reactive forms module, so that is now resolved, and that is now fine. So we can basically now serve the application. So we just needed the reactive forms module over there. Everything looks good. So let's just gonna take a while, and basically now we've just to run it down quickly. So we created a page, update password page, and that page has the routing modules and everything. So it has a routing module and all of that, and then we added a request right here, which will be this particular request. So this is the param, and that basically sorts for the body. And then in the module we added our form, which has two fields, password and confirm password. And once we have our form, we told our button, our save button, that we want to update the password. And in our in our page class, we were able to create the form group that holds the data. And in our update password function, we set the data here on our request, and then we pass that through to our authentication service to the update password, and we just wait for the response data to be success, and then we redirect to profile to say everything ran through. Else, let me see. Let's just do an else here. Else this dot authentication service dot token username. I think I do have a toast function somewhere, but let me just do a console log for now. Console log response dot data. Let's do that. Console log data. Let's say response. Let's do that. Right. So I need to find the toast where I added that. So for now, this is good. Should be enough. I can just close this and then come back here. Then this will refresh, give us the application. So our update password doesn't do anything fancy. It just sends a post method to the back end, which is our application, our Springboot application, and then it updates the password as we want. Then we get the response back. So basically, this is just a quick rundown of what's going to happen. So let's have a look. Let's go to profile, and let's go to change password, update password. Okay, It looks crappy for now, but yeah, that's fine. Let's update the password and let's see. So we're going to say, let's just say QWERTY, QWERTY 123. Then I'm gonna say QWERTY 123. So let's say save. Service response 8080 user, boom boom boom. Let's see. Added password from origin course. Let's see, origin course, update password. Let me see the security filter chain in my backend application. So security configuration for update password. Let's see, reset password. Oh yeah, I didn't add it on the security filter chain, so let me just add update password here. Update password. Update password. No, update password should actually be protected. So we want this one should be for authenticated users. So it should be here. So users should be authenticated to access that one. So we want it to be there. Let's see that yes. So that looks fine. And let's now go back to this guy and let's do a save again. Response undefined. Okay, let's come back here to this guy and go to authentication service, which is this guy right here, and let's just say okay, let's just say return response, just like that. So return response, and yeah, this should update password, yeah, this should be fine. So let's come back here, response undefined, right? Okay, let's do QWERTY 123, QWERTY 123, and let's see. Oh wow, it actually redirected to that, which basically means now because we returned the response, it now gets the correct response data here. So then it redirects to profile just like we did, and otherwise it just comes back to console log response and it says that particular message. So to test this, let's just check if the password was updated to what we wanted. So we said QWERTY123. So if we log in, it should give us the correct stuff. Boom. So which means the password was updated successfully. So we want to go back to the application and say change password. And what we want to do here, instead of QWERTY123, we will say QWERTY123, and then we will say password 1. Then let's see, response password mismatch, and we saw this because the API also does the same thing when you try to update the password and it is not what is expected. So this is coming from here, password mismatch. So we know that now our application works. So I just fixed the style here, but for now I just wanted to show you how you can do the update password, and this is basically where the tutorial ends, and I hope it's helpful and showed you how to implement your update password flow within your application. I don't want to make it too long, so please do like and subscribe, and see you on the next one. Cheers.